Today's stories include Activision passed on Spielberg for the Call of Duty movie. Hollow Knight Silksong is selling like hotcakes. And IO Interactive is talking about the MindsEye debacle. We'll have all this and more. The paint. It refused to go. I got it so in there, in the beard, that, I mean, y'all saw me. Roger and Mike walked in and they saw me trying to get this stuff off. And there were moments that I could not be seen on camera. I would be canceled 10 ways from Tuesday. And I eventually got it to a place that instead just looked like, can I say it looked like I went down on a mime on their period?
Wow, Tim.
Because that's what it looked like.
You were looking just a little red and pink is right.
There was just a lot. Yeah. There was just a lot going on. That was very graphic. I apologize.
Shower.
Yeah,
we
and
big orchestra. Did you look good?
I get out, I shower, I'm like, oh, that clearly, I just spent so long washing my face that by the time I get out and look in the mirror, I'm gonna be good.
Yeah,
I was not good.
No,
I was not good at all. I had to scrub so much. I ended up being fine for the orchestra.
Okay, good.
But
good.
nobody said anything. But it was definitely a endeavor to deal with, and that orchestra was fucking awesome.
How was it? Tell us about
it, dude. The Infinity Saga. The concert experience. The first half of the show is just the origin stories of every single character. And then the second half is all just Infinity War and Endgame. It was incredible, man. The emotions were back. Good times abound. So good. So good. Highly recommend it. If it's in your city, you got to see it.
Did you grab a Steam Deck last night and turn on Hollow Knight Silksong?
I'm a little tired. I'm a little low energy right now. Because I'm about 3 hours into this goddamn game.
Damn.
Oh, man. I wanted to give it a shot. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try to play for a little bit and see what happens. Yeah. And I just couldn't put it down. Now, here's the thing. 3 hours in, does that mean that I'm 3 hours into the game? No, man. It's just hard, bro. The amount of walls that I'm hitting here, am I the problem? Or are the little fucking red things the problem? How much have you played?
I played 90 minutes.
Did you get to the part where you need to, like, jump on these red bloom thingies?
Haven't seen that yet.
I'm gonna murder somebody. I'm gonna fucking murder somebody.
I thought you were talking about the red thingies, meaning the rosaries, because I just got stuck farming rosaries.
Yeah.
Because I had to buy up the shop from the singing lady, who's like my favorite character right now.
Voice of an angel.
I bought that shop up. So that means I was just running in
circles
all
that shop too.
For like 20 minutes.
I did the exact same circle you did. Yeah. Got to get it done. I don't know what I'm doing. The game doesn't tell you that much. So I'm just like, I want to over-prepare. You know what I mean? I'm not that good at games, period. So I'm like, if I'm going to commit to this, and I'm not sure that I am, but so far having a great time.
Okay.
There are certain things that I'm like, I don't love, but I feel like the game will kind of change over time.
Okay.
I need to move faster. I need a dash attack. I'm sure I'm going to get a dash attack very, very soon. Hopefully. I'm 2 bosses in.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking for that second boss.
Okay, because I beat little roly-poly man. Adorable.
Oh, he's stuck. Yeah, I got to get him.
Oh, you haven't got to him yet?
No. I've seen him.
Oh, shit.
But I don't know how to unlock him.
That boss is not that bad for me.
Okay.
The next boss after that was this red dude. And he beat the fuck out of me, Mike. He beat the living shit out of me for like 20 attempts. And it was for one reason and one reason only. Me. It was all me. And I kept hearing it ringing in my fucking mind. Patient Pete. Patient Pete.
You gotta lock in.
Patient Pete. I've learned from Andy. I've seen Andy. I've studied Andy playing games. And I just refused to listen. And then the moment I sat there and was like, just fucking be patient. I overcame. Everybody.
Good
and
job,
I can't
Tim.
wait to keep playing. We're gonna once we finish Games Daily, I'm going out there. I brought my Steam Deck. I'm fucking playing.
He's gaming.
I'm gaming.
We're gaming.
Now, will I make it past this freaking? I tried for like 20 minutes to get up this one thing. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking break something. But I need to know if I'm alone. Chat, do you know what I'm talking about these red things? What am I doing wrong, man?
Little red things. Help him out.
Help me out, everybody. How are you, though?
Tim, I'm doing well. We had a great night last night celebrating Andy Cortez and the launch of Hollow Knight Silksong. Andy streamed all the way up until midnight, and he has another 5 hours to go thanks to the community support. And the marathon stream is not done. Andy will turn the stream back on after today's Kind of Funny Games Daily and run it back again. And we're going to turn on the timer. We're going to let him go. He's willing to go into Saturday and Sunday. We've made calls, me and Roger.
Yeah.
There's word that Andy could beat this game.
No way.
We have belief that Andy could beat this game.
No way.
So I'm just letting you know, Andy might be the first person to ever beat this game. That's how it's tracking.
I love
tracking.
that. Hey, real talk. Is that true? It could be. Who knows?
We don't know.
You heard it here.
We don't know.
I mean, real talk though. I mean, like, the amount he has been playing and he's streaming it all, like,
it's been a great run. He streamed if he started at 8 o'clock, he streamed for almost 14 hours yesterday. It was pretty amazing to watch.
Yeah, absolutely killing it. Love to see it. But everybody, this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday, we run you through the video game news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon, YouTube, and now Apple Podcast and Spotify to get all of our shows ad-free, and you get a daily exclusive show. For a chance to be part of this show, YouTube Super Chat in as we go. If you have thoughts on the news stories or if you just have questions about our weekends, please Super Chat them in. Just like Memo in the Notebooks did, saying stoked for Silksong. Also, I'm inviting all of you to my next show on September 13th. It's finally one in San Francisco. No big timing. Love you, KF.
Write it down.
Write it
September
down.
13th.
And then Scorpion Brew says, I bought Hell Is Us thanks to Greg's review, and I do not regret it. Thank you guys for your hard work. Love y'all. Thank you so much. That is so kind because we put a lot of work into playing the games, trying to be accurate with our opinions and thoughts on it to, inform y'all. And if you feel like your gaming tastes are aligned with any one of us and you hear a recommendation, chances are you're probably going to dig it.
That's awesome. And it's crazy. Greg really liked that game.
Crazy.
The last thing I saw Greg on Wednesday now because he wasn't here yesterday. The last thing he told me was, I got X, Y, and Z to play, but all I want to do is play Hell Is Us. It's like, wow. Greg, you really liked that game. I didn't think he was going to dig that game at all.
I know.
So I'm blown away.
I know. Greg Miller, man, in 2025, his gaming taste, you can't guess.
No.
He is
you can't
a
guess.
beautiful little worm that is turning
Pokemon,
into.
Hell Is Us. He's doing everything.
Yeah. No, it's incredible stuff. A little housekeeping for you. We're an 11-person business all about live talk shows. Today, after Games Daily, there will not be a Gamescast because we're letting Andy do his thing on his quest to become the first person to beat Hollow Knight Silksong.
We're tracking right now. He could beat the game.
Yeah.
It's tracking.
As far as we know, no one else has.
Yes,
So until someone has confirmed, there is a chance that Andy will be first. And then, Andy's going. And again, this is Friday. We're going into the weekend. Who knows how long this thing can go?
Yeah.
Who knows how crazy Andy Cortez is going to get? Hang out with him on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. If you are a Kind of Funny member, today's Gregway is Greg's thoughts on the unbelievable fact that he loves Hollow Knight Silksong. Out of all of the things,
stop.
I need to talk to him.
Yeah.
I need to understand because that doesn't make sense to me.
Nope.
Nothing about that makes sense to me. Greg Miller and a very tough 2D Metroidvania.
Yeah.
What? I want to hear. Mike or Greg, if you're listening, call me. Or Discord, preferably. You can just call me. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney, the Psalm Twining. Today we're brought to you by Extra, but we'll tell you all about that later. For now, let's begin with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. It's time for some news. We have 7 stories today.
Baker's does it.
DJ Killer says, is Tim saying he beat that red guy without the sprint? Yes, I did. Am I supposed to have the sprint? Fuck me,
questions.
man.
These are questions.
Story number 1, Call of Duty movie, Activision passed on Spielberg. This comes from Matthew Belloni at Puck. Paramount's finally confirming what I reported last week. Call of Duty movies in the works via a new deal with Activision, but no talent is attached yet, which is very different from the universal pitch for the project. Per 3 sources, Steven Spielberg really wanted to direct the Call of Duty movie, and his Amblin this is just said incorrectly. His Amblin team teamed up with Universal dealmaker Jimmy Horowitz to present the filmmaker's vision for one of the world's biggest gaming franchises. Spielberg's famously a big gamer and loves Call of Duty in particular. But with Spielberg comes the famous Spielberg deal, which includes top-of-market economics, final cut, and full control over production and marketing. That spooked the team from Activision, now owned by Microsoft, which instead went with David Ellison's pitch that offered much more control over the process. Given the constraints, let's see who Paramount gets to direct that movie. And then Ethan Gatcha at Kotaku has the fan reaction to this. Call of Duty fans are in shock. Quote, this has got to be one of the biggest fumbles in video game movie history. Reached one of the top threads on the Call of Duty subreddit this morning. Imagine turning down the guy who made Saving Private Ryan to go with the studio responsible for the Halo show. Wrote another. That's not accurate.
That's a crazy one.
That's not how that works. And then as fans have pointed out, there's an incredible irony in a series like Call of Duty passing on a collaboration with Spielberg. The original Call of Duty was a direct response to the Medal of Honor series, which Spielberg produced the first 3 games for. Activision then hired away the guys who made Medal of Honor Allied Assault to form Infinity Ward and make its own World War II shooter. Moments from Saving Private Ryan, like the Normandy landing scene, helped inform the DNA for what a classic Call of Duty action set piece even is. And then nearly 25 years later, Activision turned around and said, no, thank you. Very interesting. Dude, were you around playing games during the time when Medal of Honor versus Call of Duty was a semi-relevant conversation?
I was big into it back then. I
crazy,
loved
man.
Both of those games. I even remember when Medal of Honor tried to come back on the scene, Tim.
Oh, yeah.
And that was something
Twice,
special. Right?
Yeah, I think it was 2 times they tried coming back.
I think now it's just a VR game. It's right. I don't know. Tim, you're my movie guy. Did they fumble the bag?
No, I think that this is a complicated thing. We talked a lot about the Call of Duty movie a couple days ago and how primed to be a hit it is if they just check a couple things off the list and get them right. And I think that they are more likely than not to get those things right. Steven Spielberg directing a Call of Duty movie can be a slam dunk. It is not a guaranteed slam dunk. And with all of the things that you have to give up to Steven and the team to be able to make that happen, I'm not sure that that's worth it at the end of the day. Everything that the fans here are saying about Saving Private Ryan and what we know from Steven Spielberg blockbusters is, yeah, he could make a not just good blockbuster Call of Duty, he could make a great movie that is a Call of Duty movie. Absolutely. Steven Spielberg's done that so many times. But I also don't think that in 2025, he's necessarily the right pick for what this project can be. And maybe people will disagree with me on that. I'm sure already people are here, but this news doesn't bother me. I don't think they're crazy for passing. I think it's logical that they passed. I also think choosing him would have been a great idea too, potentially, but they're weighing all the options here, and I don't necessarily think they made the wrong call.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Tim. You can't see into the future to see how this will land either way you choose right there. And yeah, the fans are going to have their say in that. You have to believe, as the company making this decision, what you want out of it, right? And the deal stipulations coming from Spielberg and his team are a lot, right? And so if you want to have control, if you want to have say, you want to get involved, well, then that's not the deal for you right there.
Yeah, and again, like Steven Spielberg, I'm just trying to think, like, Kev, help me out here. Like, what's the last Steven Spielberg movie that you loved? Because I'm trying to think, like...
I gotta look at IMDb.
Right? Yeah.
It's been a little while. Like, directed? Or... Because he's produced a lot of stuff that's good still. But,
Absolutely.
I never know how much that actually has him doing.
Yeah, I mean, like, just going back here... Yeah, he had West Side Story, Ready Player One.
I wouldn't say I like that movie.
I mean, both of those I would put down in the category of, like, I had a good time watching them, but I'm not like, oh my God, the direction was incredible, you know?
I didn't watch Fableman.
Yeah, Lincoln, Warhorse, I didn't watch those. Adventures of Tintin, didn't watch that either.
He's done a lot of, like,
Indiana Jones. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that's, like, kind of middling. So,
okay.
But again, I'm not taking away from one of the GOATs, right? Like, we're talking about a Steven Spielberg blockbuster movie, the idea of Call of Duty, which, again, Saving Private Ryan mixed with that, like, Jurassic Park level of just pulp. Awesome. Come on. Like, that would make so much sense if they committed.
Tim, take me down a whole, way back for a minute. Was Spielberg tied to the Halo TV series back when they first announced it, if you remember it?
Yeah.
When they came on, they're like, we're going to make a Halo TV show. Spielberg.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, this is going to be nuts.
Yeah.
And then it took 12 years to get to the finish line. It wasn't actually him. Yeah.
And we got them buns, though.
We got them buns.
We got them buns.
Yeah.
God, Halo on Paramount Plus, man. What a show. Let's move on to story number 2. Hollow Knight Silksong flies past 500,000 players just hours after launch. This comes from Dylan Horetski at Dextero. Silksong's finally here, and its player count has skyrocketed just past 500k players hours after the game was released. After years of waiting, Hollow Knight Silksong was finally released on September 4th, 2025. As soon as the 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time launch time hit, however, almost every shop where it's available for purchase crashed. Despite many issues with buying the game, some have managed to get into the sought-after Metroidvania. Just hours after launch, Silksong on Steam flew to over 535,000 players, blowing the original Hollow Knight's peak count out of the water. We do have the most up-to-date chart now. Seems like the 24-hour peak is 562,814 players. Me and Mike are two of those players because you played on Steam as well, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Steam Deck. First time, truly, that I grabbed the Steam Deck, laid in bed, and I was like, I'm going to actually do this. And I sat there for 90 whole minutes watching Andy playing by myself, Sports Center on in the background. It was sweet. It was awesome. A lot of noises flying at me.
Yeah. What had audio on?
Andy, Silksong at like 25%, but like, come on. You know what I mean? It's the GOATs. I got to watch Sports Center.
Wait, what? No, what? Hold on. All three of them have audio on? I thought for sure.
Scott Van Pelt telling me about football, Andy screaming in the background, a little bit of soft noises. Ooh, ah, you know what I mean? From Silksong. It's a perfect melody.
Perfect melody, everybody. Oh my God. I know we already talked a bit about Hollow Knight. Recon Awesome, aka Bobby Joe, Super Chat's insane. I beat Hollow Knight 1 last night while watching Andy play Silksong, and I'm so scared to play Silksong. LOL. Hollow Knight was so hard. Yeah, I mean, sticking on just like obviously our very, very early impressions of the game. I'm so far more into this than I was Hollow Knight, just because I feel like you get into it a lot faster. Yeah. Like Hollow Knight 1, I have played the first like 2 hours, 3 hours of it multiple times at this point, and it's just a little slower than I want it to be. I still kind of feel that here, and this is all a personal thing. Game's gorgeous. Game sounds amazing. Like the design of it is a dream come true, and I look at this and I'm just so happy a game like this exists. But yeah, I can't wait to keep playing. I do wonder where the wall's going to be for me though, because I like I was saying, I already have hit some points that I'm getting frustrated at this, where it's like I know what I need to do. I know that I need to do this 45-degree angle, but it's not working for me correctly. So unless something clicks for me, I wonder if this is it. I don't think it will be, but we'll see.
No, I mean, shout out to the team, Team Cherry. Congratulations on a massive hit. Do you think this number will continue to build over the weekend, or is this going to be the highest concurrent player count that we see? Of course, sales are going to build up and build up, but do you think maybe later tonight, tomorrow afternoon, we see a little bit higher than the 500,000 that we're currently at?
Yeah, I do, right? Like, yeah. I think that give it the weekend, give people the time to actually jump in and not have to deal with the shops having the problems, right? But again, we are talking about Steam numbers, so it's like I imagine we're going to get a giant influx of Game Pass users because the game is available on Game Pass happening over the weekend as well. But despite all of that, I do think that the number's going to spike up.
I think we'll see massive sales from this. We already know we're going to see massive sales from this, just looking at Steam alone, right? But knowing that on Game Pass, Switch, and PlayStation, this is a massive win. It's a lot of great stuff. The $20 price tag is awesome. The moment you turn it on, you are lost. It's beautiful. It's inviting.
Beautiful.
It is fun. It's a nice, talking with Roger, who played the first one. I didn't play the first one. He was happy with like, hey, we're kind of just jumping off and we don't have to restart. It's not a slow build. And even as a newcomer, it feels good to be like, let's just get into it, right? I don't need the whole origin story. I don't need a slow pace. Let me just start attacking and having fun. And it was a good time. It's a really good time.
Yeah, really great time so far. I love that Andy is just fucking cruising through it. It's just so cool. His stream's been awesome to watch.
He's deep in it. He's got his own journal. He's doodling different monsters. He's writing down things that he loves. He's going to draw. He's going to have 3 hand-drawn raffle winners where he will draw with our nice watercolored markers different enemies from the game for somebody to win. So that's pretty cool. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, Kev, can you pull up Andy's Twitter? He posted little drawings that he's been doing as note-taking going through the game. And I think it's really cool, and I would love to show that off. But it's funny because like for having not really played much of the first Hollow Knight and like seeing Silksong for years at this point, right? I kind of think of them as looking identical, right?
Okay.
And like I've been actually incredibly surprised at just how much more detailed Silksong is. Like it is so beautiful. And Hollow Knight 1 was beautiful, but like this is a much bigger graphical step up than I was expecting in just terms of how sharp everything looks, how much detail there is in all the hand animation stuff, or hand-drawn stuff. It's great. Yeah, but yeah, speaking of hand-drawn, like, this is him just taking his notes. I love it.
He's going to do 4 raffles throughout the day and tomorrow. One will be to win that journal that he's currently doodling in, and then the other 3 will be hand-drawn pieces of art from Andy about the game. So, you know, if you want to come and get involved, come over, subscribe, gift subs, so you can be entered into the raffle. If you gift 10 subs, you'll get a raffle ticket for one of those. So just a fun way for Andy to give back to the community while he's doing this, having a really good time.
And Pixelated Soul in the chat says this one has a lot more color. And that's another thing that really stands out to me is like the first game, beautiful, but a lot of shades of gray, right? This, oh my God, every area you go into, it's just, you are just smacked in the face with beautiful, gorgeous colors, so well realized. I'm so damn impressed. Like, this game is great because we often say watching a movie where it's like every frame's a painting. In this game, any screenshot of this game that I've seen so far, I'd put on a wall.
Oh,
like, it just looks so good. It looks like artist renditions of a video game, but you're playing it.
I love that you start in the mossy green area. I love the color green and just seeing that in the background, the foreground, your character running in between everything. It's awesome.
Yeah. So damn cool.
Go play this game right away.
Yeah. Let's get back to story number 3. Let's talk about video game adaptations. Life is Strange TV series set at Amazon. This comes from Joe Otterson at Variety. A live-action Life is Strange TV series has been greenlit, Variety has learned. Based on the video game franchise of the same name, the show will be written by Charlie Covell, who was also the executive producer, or is the executive producer and showrunner. The series comes from Square Enix, Story Kitchen, and Lucky Chap, with Amazon MGM Studios producing. Per the official logline, the story follows Max, a photography student who discovers she can rewind time while saving the life of her childhood best friend, Chloe. As she struggles to understand this new skill, the pair investigate the mysterious disappearance of a fellow student, uncovering a dark side to their town that will ultimately force them to make an impossible life or death choice that will impact them forever. There have been attempts to develop Life is Strange for television for nearly a decade. Legendary Television was originally set to produce, while Johnson has been involved in the project since the beginning. This marks the first time a TV version of the game has been formally ordered to series, however.
Not the craziest news. I can see it.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
This is one of those, like, when Blessing does the podcast, are we cutting or keeping these TV shows, these adaptations and movies? Are we keeping these? I say, yeah, this one, I would keep. I could see it in my mind of like what this is going to be. I could believe it for sure. So this isn't a crazy one to me. Yeah. As we've read some crazier ones where I'm like, I don't know. You know, this one I'm like, all right, I can see it.
I mean, I think this is great. I think that this is actually a slam dunk answer to what's one that makes sense, and especially it being on Amazon. Amazon has a huge viewership in a market that I think is clamoring for shows like this type of content. There's the show, The Summer I Turned Pretty, right?
Yeah.
Like, they love that stuff. They're like, those shows are being eaten up, and I feel like Life is Strange, we know, has the juice, right? Critically acclaimed. So many people here are Kind of Funny, love the story, love the characters. Adapting that to a TV show, I think, makes sense. And like we've seen time and time and time again, when you adapt a good story to a different medium, people get interested, get hooked, and they want to come back to the original. So we see the sales of Last of Us spike, Cyberpunk spike, XYZ, Witcher spike, all of these games, even Mario spike when movies and TV shows come out. I feel like Life is Strange, the games and the gameplay style, that is such a no-brainer to get traditionally non-gamers hooked on a concept to then play the game, and they'll actually be able to play it because of the style of game it is. I think this makes so much sense.
Well said, Tim. Yep.
Then next up, let's fucking go.
Damn.
Paramount and Legendary closed 3-year global distribution deal with Street Fighter, dated for October 16th, 2026. This comes from Angelique Jackson at Variety. Paramount Pictures and Legendary Entertainment have finalized a new multi-year worldwide film distribution deal, which will kick off with the upcoming Street Fighter movie, which now has a date. Outside of the new pact, Warner Brothers will continue to distribute select Legendary franchises, including Dune Part 3, which is currently in production and slated for release in December 2026, as well as 2027's Godzilla, Cross Kong, Supernova, let's fucking
Sick.
go, among others. As noted, the first film within Paramount Legendary Pact will be Street Fighter, which Legendary co-produced with Japanese video game developer Capcom. The live-action film, based on the hugely popular and successful video game franchise, is currently in production and boasts an insane ensemble cast that we have talked ad nauseum about. The movie is set in 1993, and as the official synopsis explains, it follows an estranged Street Fighter, Ryu, and Ken Masters as they're thrown back into combat when the mysterious Chun-Li recruits them for the next World Warrior tournament. A brutal clash of fist, fate, and fury. But beyond this battle royale lies a deadly conspiracy that forces them to face off against each other and the demons of their past. And if they don't, what is it, Mike?
It's game over.
It's game over, baby. This couldn't get better. This movie can't fail. I keep saying it. Y'all need to get ready to prepare yourselves for the world to change on October 16th, 2026. They put out a bunch of character posters.
Did you see it? I was going to say, Tim, the character posters are fantastic.
Let me see if I can find these real quick. But yeah, what are your thoughts on them, Mike?
Tim, this is exciting. This is great. I'm so happy. I love to see the excitement from you and Bless. I love seeing video games come over and be a fun movie or TV show. The lineup of cast members in this gets me excited, especially with what we're going to show to the audience with the cast photos so far, because it's just a fun way to announce them, right? The old school Street Fighter look with all the character faces, but it's the cast members and showing you where each character is actually from, along with their cast member look or like their face, is going to be awesome. 50 Cent, come on. Jason Momoa,
come the fuck on.
Now.
Yeah, dude. There's, again, no way that this can be bad. There's a lot of ways it could be horrible.
Yeah,
you know, and I can't wait. Like, it's going to be fucking horrible. Kevin, I'm sending this to Assets now to at least give an idea of what we're talking about. Because yeah, they're basing this on Street Fighter 2.
Yes,
that's obvious from the characters we're getting. There's some Dan isn't in Street Fighter 2, but it's okay. We can figure that out. But yeah, they're going for the old school style. It taking place in 1993. That's the best call.
I love that.
That's the best call. All right. Yeah, keep scrolling down, Kev. Yeah, there we go. That's the map from Street Fighter 2. You know, it looks like the character select screen. Like, they're leaning into all the right vibes and right tones for this. I think that it's going to work. All right.
Eric Andre's in this.
Oh, yeah. Eric Andre is like involved in this heavily.
I couldn't believe it.
Because the director of this also directed and wrote a lot of Eric Andre stuff. These vibes are about to be great. Bless and I did a whole games cast explaining why this movie is going to change your life. You should definitely check it out just a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, wow. Next year, too, October?
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait.
Right next to Mortal Kombat now because it got delayed as well.
Almost sounds like Mortal Kombat. When we be that right up, I'm like, oh, is this Mortal Kombat?
Conspiracies, baby. I'm going to suck your soul. Hey, everybody. We're going to be right back with story number 4 after a quick word from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Xreal. As of August 25th, Xreal 1 Pro is finally available on Amazon and BestBuy.com. Plus, it's back in stock now on Xreal.com. A few months ago, my life changed forever when I brought a pair of Xreal 1 Pro AR glasses on a incredibly long flight to New York City. I legit could not believe how easy it was to use and how high quality my experience was playing games with my Steam Deck and watching movies with my phone on the plane on a theater-sized OLED screen right in front of my eyes without too much extra stuff or a giant goofy headset involved. No joke, this is my favorite new piece of tech in years, and it has earned a permanent spot in my travel bag. It's only hard to believe it works as well as I'm saying until you try Xreal AR glasses for yourself, and then you will see that the tech is here. Connect Xreal 1 Pro glasses to whatever you're playing, like a handheld console, PC, phone, or home console, and get a massive 150-inch virtual screen anywhere, anytime for any game. Gaming on the go, like a long flight, you need Xreal 1. Neck starting to hurt from staring down at your handheld? You need Xreal 1. It's plug and play with all your devices via USB-C, built-in audio with sound by Bose, anchoring your screen literally anywhere in space, 1080p Full HD, and you can make it bigger, smaller, farther, closer, ultra-wide, or regular widescreen, horizontal, vertical, even 3D if you have a 3D movie. It's all built in and can be controlled by pressing a few buttons on the glasses. These are what make Xreal 1 Pro a must-have. Xreal 1 Pro is now available on Amazon and BestBuy.com, and from August 25th through September 1st, you can get $50 off if you bundle the Xreal 1 Pro with the Xreal Beam Pro AR mobile device on Amazon or Xreal.com. There is nothing better than when a sponsor of Kinda Funny is something we are legitimately obsessed with. So get yours today at kindafunny.com/Xreal. That's kindafunny.com/Xreal. We got a super chat talking about Hollow Knight, so I'm calling Roger Picorni in to answer this real quick because it's something you and I cannot answer. Roger is joining the fray right now. turn it on a mic. Roger Kilgrim writes in saying, obligatory, do I have to play the first one type question, but would y'all suggest I play Hollow Knight 1 before, or am I good to circle back later? Roger, you recently played through Hollow Knight for the first time.
Yes, I did. Got slapped on a plane.
He did.
Wow.
Don't get enough respect
High
for that.
memories there,
Don't
yeah.
get enough respect for it. Don't get enough respect for it. I fought for my life. I don't know. It's an interesting. I was talking to Mike, and I was actually talking on the stream yesterday about it, where you appreciate Silksong so much more if you play Hollow Knight. But if it's the thing that's going to get you into the Hollow Knight universe, for sure play Silksong. Like it's the thing where I usually get into artists when they release a new album. Even if it's not the best album, that's the way that I get into the universe. So if this is the way that you're going to get into it, if you can jump on the zeitgeist, for sure do it. And then you can always go back. But Hollow Knight 1 is a different experience. It is, you start off a lot less powered and you feel smaller. Silksong has a lot more acrobatic. Acrobatic. I was thinking about the acrobat. Well, of course, awesome. Never forget for Game Showdown. So I would say you play Silksong, and then go back to Hollow Knight. You're not missing out too much, but you should play both of them for sure because Hollow Knight is fire.
What are your initial thoughts on Silksong?
Oh, it's incredible.
How far are you?
I played the first. I played the first hour yesterday at work, and then I looked at Andy, I was like, hey, listen, I'm getting lost. I'm like kind of half in, half out because I'm at work and everything. I'm just going to restart. Andy looked at me like that was the craziest thing in the world. He's like, but you've already played an hour. I'm like, I just need momentum. He looked at me like I was crazy.
Lost the momentum.
And guess what? I got the fucking momentum, everybody. I restarted. Fucking that boss that I was struggling at, fucking one time, bang, bang, bang. Bang, on to the next one. I got the momentum, everybody. Everyone needs momentum.
You just need the momentum.
I think that's kind of where I'm at in my life.
Going into the weekend, make sure you got that momentum.
Momentum. You got to keep on going like a shark.
Don't get horizontal. Never get horizontal.
Let me just say here, what are we talking about today?
Really quick rundown for Roger.
What's up?
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
They fumble the bag? Call of Duty, you're a big Call of Duty.
See, I was thinking about this, right? I go back and forth because I want to do the Roger thing of being like,
do the
he's
Roger
fucking
thing.
old, he's washed. You don't want to talk about that. We
shit.
don't need Steven Spielberg. It would have been sick. I mean, that's a good name. That's a good name to attach to things. But I understand why they would do it. I understand why they pass on Steven Spielberg because they want to create a franchise. They want also this to be very similar to the games that they're creating and they have created in the past. I think Steven Spielberg would do something different and unique. And then maybe can you start a franchise off of that? I don't know. I think they just want to be like, hey, Modern Warfare is the same fucking story. You know the story. Here's the thing. Yeah. Like that's the reason why. So yeah, I don't think it's a major fumble as everyone's making it out to be. It would have been cool. It would have been nice for the brand recognition. But I mean, you just need a big director and a big star, and you're going to get that.
Yeah. Give me one
Christian
more.
McQuarrie.
Life is Strange TV series.
We're just going to go through it.
See, well, here's the deal. I told Roger, I was like, you should be on Games Daily today because they're talking Steven Spielberg. He goes, I was like,
everyone associates Roger McQuarrie and Steven Spielberg.
I do like the Fablemans. You guys weren't fucking shooting no bail on the Fablemans. Fablemans is fucking incredible. You would love that movie. Yeah, that's a really great movie. I wasn't
talking shit. I was saying I didn't see it.
Yeah, you talking shit.
So, what do you think about Life is Strange?
No, let me read the text message.
Okay.
Let me read the text message. Big COD news. Do you want to talk about that on Games Daily or a minute later? Do you want to just do Games Daily instead of me? I just said
you know what, Mike?
I just said you wish.
I thought you wanted to do it with you. No, you want to do it instead. I was like,
I'm trying to put the best player in the best seat. You know? Life is Strange.
Honestly,
TV show.
he was right. I look at it, I'm like, shit, this one's kind of a Roger day. I should have done it. But yeah, Life is Strange TV series. That's cool. It's whatever. I don't know. That franchise is dying. It's dead.
We're about to talk about MindsEye. Do you want to stay for that, or do you want to go?
I mean, we're talking about IO Interactive, right? Yeah. And can I just hang out?
Of course you can hang out. Story number 4. IO talks about MindsEye debacle. This comes from Eddie at GameSpot. Hitman developer IO Interactive got into the publishing game with its IOI Partners program, and MindsEye from the former Rockstar developer Leslie Benzie's Build a Rocket Boy was the company's first published game. The game struggled mightily out of the gate, with many criticizing its technical performance, among other things. Now IO CEO Hakan Abrak has reacted to the launch and discussed whether or not the company will continue to publish others' games. They told IGN that when IO was first chatting with Build a Rocket Boy, the idea was to find a way to support them because IO believed in the company's great ideas. IO was coming in to help Build a Rocket Boy, a brand new game developer with no releases under its belt before MindsEye, distribute the game. For whatever reason, MindsEye had issues, and Abrak addressed this frankly. Quote, well, that was definitely tough, right? It was a tough reception. It wasn't what they hoped for, and also what we didn't hope for at IOI Partners. And Brock went on to say that Build a Rocket Boy is now working hard on turning that around to help regain trust. He added that he believes the team has, quote, tons of potential. MindsEye just got its fourth major update this week, and it's a big one, weighing in at as much as 15 gigabytes. It fixes bugs and makes performance improvements. A fifth major patch is coming next. But will IO continue to publish games via its IOI Partners program? Brack wasn't ready to confirm anything one way or another. He said IO will publish its own games, including the upcoming James Bond game, 007 First Light. But future partnerships, quote, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, man. It's a tough one. It's a tough one for IO. I'm a huge IO Interactive fan. I've been that way since the original Hitman. I love them, and I love their story, specifically of like being part of, I believe, Square Enix, right? And then breaking off, and then now we're just going to publish our own stuff and having that massive success story with Hitman. So it makes sense that they're like, we did it for ourselves. We can start to branch off and do it for other companies. We can help you. We can help other companies, which I think is noble and great. But then you see I will always go back to that press conference, man. What a tough press conference. I don't know if you saw it. What a tough press.
Was that in the Sheridan Ballroom?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it sounded like it was coming through a conference speaker. If that's the level of production that you're bringing and you're the publisher, right, you kind of expect more in 2025. And I honestly, personally, for me, I want them to succeed making their own games and publishing their own games. I don't necessarily want them to branch out if it's going to put them out on a limb, right? If it's going to be a situation where, oh, fuck, now all of the attention is on MindsEye because that's a disaster and, we can't focus on Hitman. We can't focus on James Bond. I want them to kind of stay in that lane if that's what makes them safe and looking forward to the future.
Yeah, well said on that, Roger. I think the first time is always the hardest, Tim, as you probably know as a business owner, right? Sometimes it's going to fail. Sometimes it's going to go great, right? It's a big learning experience. And this being the first time going out and helping another team and, man, didn't land well, you're going to learn a lot from that. And you're going to come back on the second and third and be much different. As Roger said, it's a noble cause to be able to help publish other teams' games and be in a position like that with IO and their growth and what they've become is right. I think to the general public, nobody knows the connection. Nobody even thinks of that. Yeah. They think of IO Interactive for the Hitman games. They're probably thinking it for James Bond, but nobody's going, oh, they published MindsEye. They helped this team. I can't support that. Like, nobody knows that. But on the business side of things, it's like, hey, that was a massive drop right there. That probably hurts everybody involved. What did you learn? How do we get better? And of course, clearly they're saying, hey, they still have potential. There's a team here that wants to make something good, and we're going to stick by them and help them out. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, it's just rough, though, because like you look at it and it's like, all right, you got to just kind of do what you can do. And I don't want to say stay in your lane, but like we're at a point now with the video game industry where it's like, I hate how many times we look at situations and all of us are like, this isn't going to work.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, and then it didn't work. And I hate the fucking I told you so stuff because it's not about that, but it's like, we're just not at a safe spot in the industry for taking risks like this.
But I think that's also, this is the time to take those risks, sort of, right? In the grand scheme of things where you see a lot of these developers that are usually developers that are now self-publishing their games, right? I see it with Bloober, I see it with Firebreak, FBC, with Remedy. Like, a lot of these developers are trying their hardest to publish these things because they understand, like, how tight the industry is. They understand they can't get these big publishing deals. So, hey, let's try to do it ourselves. So I understand, like, the thought process of it, of, like, they probably see a MindsEye and they saw something there with that game.
But what they see, though, that's I think that's the problem. It's like, I'm so with you for publishing your own game.
Sure.
Like, that makes so much sense. If you could do that and you have that down and you are at a point that it's like, oh, it's worth the risk because even if it like doesn't work out, it's fine. I don't think that's the type, they're not that well off. You know what I mean? Like I look at this, I'm like, this is not going to go over well for shareholders, for IO high ups. Like people are not going to be happy with how MindsEye went. And again, you look at it and a lot of this just kind of seems like lip service bullshit of them being like, oh yeah, it's a lot of potential. Like following up with the stories the last couple of weeks of what has been said and the way they talked about this game towards the end of its development. And like, even after it came out of them being like, oh, we can fix it. No, you can't fix it. And you know, you can't fix it. You're just saying that.
Yeah.
You know, you
it's
see
not
the
a
potential.
situation.
It's like, all right, cool. Like, that's very cool that you guys see potential in this team that, let's all be real, are probably going to get laid off within months of today.
Yeah.
That
absolutely.
sucks.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's an interesting situation, and specifically when it comes to MindsEye, of like, what did they see? Right? Did they just see the dollars?
Yeah.
Was there an
Of
amazing?
course they saw the dollars.
Of course,
right?
because wasn't that there?
When did they get involved? The first initial pitch? You bring the name, right? You say, hey, we want to make a GTA-like game. We want to make this giant world. We got X, Y, and Z name attached to this. And I was going, man, we'd like to get some more buku dollars going on in our revenue stream here. Let's do it, right? And so, yeah, what happens there for sure?
Yeah, and they were very bullish, as Andy was talking about the term bullish, very bullish on this, because wasn't there that report, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, of that they were already working potentially on like a MindsEye sequel, like before the first one came out? Like this was supposed to be a whole franchise, a whole universe of MindsEye. Yeah.
Built in everywhere, right?
Built in oh fuck, I forgot about the everywhere aspect.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Which
is
again, that's the thing is like you look at this and it's like I'll never forget Jeff Keighley coming out on, I forget what stage it was, but one of his shows, and it's just like from the creators of Grand Theft Auto, the next big thing, and it's like, what's it gonna be? It's everywhere. What is everywhere? Well,
it's everywhere.
Just it's gonna be MindsEye eventually, and IO's gonna publish it. Like the amount of things here, it is literally just it's a Mad Lib. You're just putting words together, and it's just like we can't be doing that. There's too much at stake at this point. You can't just be putting things together.
I'm excited for James Bond though. I'm fucking hyped for James Bond, bro. I'm up, everybody.
We're up right now on that.
I'll leave the next one to you though. I see that.
Well, I mean,
one.
why don't you talk? We only got
Just hang out with me, Roger. We're already here. I mean, all right,
Story number 5, 2K is coming back to college basketball. Mike, congratulations. I know this is huge for you. It's NBA 2K 26 launch week, and it seems like a good time to share even more incredible news about the future of basketball at 2K. Yes, it's true. We're working on a college basketball experience that will feature more than 100 programs from across the country, from powerhouses to Cinderella stories. Competition fuels quality at all levels, which is why our approach with college basketball ensures our partners, schools, college athletes, and our players all benefits. More good news, you won't have to wait long to start seeing your favorite colleges show up in game. We've got big plans for 2027 and beyond, and even a few surprises coming in early 2026. We've proven the quality of the basketball experience we can deliver for years and have every intention to bring that same level of quality to college hoops. Ball over everything.
Fuck yeah.
We're so up right now.
Look, let me say, are we actually up right now? Because yesterday when we talked about this on the stream, Andy was like, this is going to be bad. Like it was like and then I see the chat, people are like, this is going to be trash. 2025 to 2025 is what this is going to be.
That's crazy. Because a lot of people, Andy took it as he doesn't like college basketball, right? There's in America, there's a college football and NFL fan base that is split, or you're in the middle. There's a basketball and NBA fan base that's split down the middle. And he just doesn't enjoy college basketball. A lot of people enjoy the collegiate sports for the young athletes. They're not professionals getting paid millions of dollars. So in your heart, you hope that they're leaving it all on the court. They're giving it their all.
And he doesn't want to watch people that are worse than him at basketball, right?
Now in
Only
2026,
his contemporary.
He's going to see me
because all these
on
kids
there.
are getting paid millions of dollars. But the kids are finally getting paid, which now has opened up the door for NIL deals, us to bring back college football with EA, right? Now we finally get to talk about basketball. There's a world of sports games out there that the fans want. And for 2K, who loves buku dollars.
What are you saying? What is this?
I don't know why I got that in my head.
Dollars?
What is that?
Buku bucks. We just want buku bucks, you know?
But
and
you can't just say that, Mike.
Is that a made-up thing?
No, Kevin. I thought Kevin was
that's
talking.
in French.
Thank you.
It means a lot.
A lot of
bucks. They want that. A lot of bucks.
I'll take it back. Damn, Mike, I didn't know you were global, worldwide like that.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
That's what they call you.
Didn't know you were like that, Mike. And so,
Delusion. You and I should just do a show every time the mic's on it, because you need somebody to look at. You need to,
that's it.
Yeah, because it's just when you're there on the life raft, you can't look at the chat
I need
because they're
them
like,
buku bucks. What?
and so, for 2K to see what EA just did with college football and that to go crazy last year, and I'm sure sold very well this year, right? It's a little bit quieter on the social media front, but still probably sold very well. Both these teams want to get involved some way with the college sports aspect. The fans want it. We know that they can pay the schools, pay the kids, they can have the licensing. Let's do this, right? And so 2K, who already runs the game in basketball, right? It's easy. Let's just re-fucking skin NBA and put college basketball on it. Sell that. Kids are going to buy it. And that's exactly what's going to happen here, right? Next year, they'll come out with a small mode. It'll be NCAA 2K March Madness only, and it will just be the 64-team bracket. You'll be able to put the different 100 teams in there. You'll go crazy of like, oh my God, college basketball is back. And then next year, they'll be like, hey, college basketball is back. It's tied to NBA. So you'll be able to take your player from the beginning all the way into the NBA, buy the double pack, just like we did with EA last year. Makes 100% sense. This is it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there's actually fervor and excitement for this idea, or is this just 2K coming out and being like, oh, well, they did college football, so then we can start doing college basketball because that makes sense for our brands?
Well, 2K used to do college basketball.
Yes.
So did EA, right? And
but like it coming back now is not like, or do you think it's just like it was in the ether, or I think it has to be connected to college football doing so fucking well?
Well, yeah. I mean, the moment that they started paying those kids with the NIL
that's the turning
deal,
point, right?
That was the turning. That was the moment of like, everyone now wants a piece of this.
There's
right?
a system for them to get away with it.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
before, I feel like they couldn't have done it before. I mean, I think legally they couldn't have done it.
You were just
before.
PG number 5, right?
Yeah.
They couldn't
Yeah.
put Tim Geddes on
And
the
that
back
shit
of the
wasn't
jersey.
working,
And
yeah.
so now we can, right? And so, yeah, both these teams, I think even EA is going to be working on their own college basketball eventually. But there is a big moment here, a trend that people want the college sports games back because there's kids like me who are still holding on to these relics, right? And want to see that again, or who enjoy college sports more than NBA or, NFL or both sides of it, right? And there's a lot of money to be made. Now the question is when does that slow down? When does having two products slow you down, right? Because we'll see with college football, this year is quiet on the social media side. I'm sure when we talk with Matt Piscatella, he'll be like, hey, Mike, sold really well. Well, 5 years down the road, is Madden and college football both selling very well to the point where eventually we have to
products
kind of slow it down? Because in 2014, it was all changed because we cracked down on paying the kids and stuff like that. But like, will this eventually be like, hey, putting out two products is just eating at each other here?
So questions for you from a total outsider on this stuff. Where we're at currently, EA is putting out annualized Madden and college football titles.
Correct.
And 2K is putting out NBA
Annualized
2K
NBA,
and
then
soon to be probably a separate product that is college basketball.
you would assume
EA is not making a basketball game and 2K is not making a football game.
that is correct. As
Okay.
of right now, publicly out in the world, these are all we know.
Because right here you have EA's college basketball in front of me, and I understand live, I understand like the lineage of all that stuff, but are you happy with a 2K college game? I know that there's a lot of
Yes.
money. I know that you are talking about this from multiple perspectives of, is this a good business decision? Are they going to make money from it? Can they take advantage of children? But is Mike going to like this?
I will like this. I would prefer a EA NBA Live college basketball. I am a kid that grew up with NBA Live all the way up until 06 with Dwayne Wade on the cover. And then all of my friends switched to 2K. There was a mass like, hey, we don't play live anymore. We're on 2K. And I said, oh, I play live. And they're like, no, we're not doing that anymore. And we switched. And I never looked back. I think every kid out there that played basketball games like me will tell you that exact same story of like, there was a moment where 2K went over and we never looked back on live, which was the top dog, right? And we see that in the world. You see that in history of NBA Live proceeded to start piddling out and then just died right in front of us, which was crazy with NBA 2K, NBA Live 12 or 14, where they tried to come back, but they didn't. And it was like, it never even came out.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Elite.
But I would prefer an EA Sports driven NBA game simply because I would like competition against NBA 2K and the 2K organization to force them to maybe revitalize, reimagine, grow a little bit. We had the big conversation of Frostworm. 89 came at me and said, 2K is trash, Mike. And I said, you can't say that because the franchise is really great and they've done a great job. But I get where fans come out of like, this is just copy and paste every single year. It is hard unless you're a super fan or you're a piece of the media who goes there and writes down the 50 things that they say and go, well, hey, this year they worked on the footwork and like, you got to stare right at this guy's foot when he's moving left to right to really understand. The common fan is going to go, this played just like last year. I'm having a blast. Or, man, I wish they would do X, Y, and Z. The diehard fans like, oh, man, look at that. I can see it. So we're just kind of in this world of we need a boost to all these annualized franchises, but we're not getting that because there's not enough competition. They make so much money. The dev cycles are 7 months. It's hard to iterate and do such things like that. You got to plan for big ideas. 3 years in advance to try to do that each and every time, slowly and surely. But I would prefer an EA title here for NBA or for college basketball. Getting it on 2K, I'm still happy. I get college hoops. That's a big deal. In this country in March, we all turn our attention to college hoops.
We all do.
March Madness is crazy. I love it.
Madness in March, man.
Tim and I.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Every
it is.
March,
It
we
is.
talk about it.
I don't know how. I was wondering how Mike has all the time to watch all these sports and play all the games.
Yeah,
And
'cause
do all
he's
the
doing it at the
things.
same time.
And it's because he's doing it all at the
All
same
at the
time
same
with
time.
volume up on everything.
Yeah, no. I was next to him while we were doing the Silksong thing, and he was playing an embargoed game and also watching football, and then
Yeah,
also on his
football last
phone.
night. Oh, Tim, what a game. What a time.
What a time. That actually was pretty sick.
It was pretty sick. This guy spit on the guy.
It was crazy. Got ejected immediately,
And
right
get
before the
this,
game started.
He wasn't the first to spit.
No, there's another spitter?
Turns out Dak Prescott, who got spit on, spit first.
Oh, shit. What are we doing there?
And we didn't see that.
Oh.
We didn't see the camera
Oh,
angle. So the first camera angle, if you see it in real time, Dak comes up to the line, spits forward, spitting at the guy. Then the guy comes up to him and says, "I'll have none of that, sir." Spits right on him. They say, no, you're ejected. They didn't see the first spit. But the first spit.
Who was the
happened.
first spit?
Yeah,
Who was the
dude.
first
Who spit
spitter?
first.
Oh,
And that's
my
why we love
God.
sports.
That's what we love
That's why we
sports.
love sports. Human bodies smashing up against one another.
Spitting
With
on each
spit.
other.
The competition
Hot.
to be the very best. And so, yeah, this is very exciting news. I'm so pumped up about this. Business-wise, this is going to be crazy. Mike-wise, sports game fan-wise, I'm excited. I want to see EA bring a little
Some
competition.
buku bucks.
But none of it matters. You want buku bucks. None of this matters. Bring back EA Sports
What
Big.
TikToks on
Bring
this?
back NBA Street, NFL Blitz. Bring back Freak Style. Bring back
Freak Style
Bring
with
back
a
the
Q.
games that we love. What are we doing here, EA?
God,
Madden
Mike's
Arcade.
asking the right questions here. Story number 6, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater sells more than 1 million copies.
Mike, it's just like, is
Yeah.
this a made-up
Now,
thing?
what's blowing my mind is
Yeah.
the buku bucks.
Yeah,
French,
buku bucks.
meaning a lot. And then I saw someone put merci beaucoup in the chat,
Which is,
which means thank you very much.
Oh my God.
language.
Language,
How does
man.
it work?
Yeah.
Language, how does it work?
All right,
We're
we're
learning,
back.
we're learning French, everybody.
Reread that one again real
Yeah,
quick.
reading the story again. Sorry about that. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater sold 1 million copies. Everyone's excited about that.
Everyone.
And the check-in for 1 week later, 86 on Metacritic. That got Greg 16 points on Fantasy Critic. And there is a cool PlayStation blog series of photo mode shots that if Kevin is not checking something out, we could bring up. But if he can't, that's
It's
totally fine
fine.
too. We know what the game looks like. It's really pretty. You haven't played it yet, Roger.
No, I have not played. I've never played Metal Gear Solid 3 in general, in total. I will say, I will tease it.
Tease it.
Give him a little tease.
Tease
We
it just
will
a
be
little bit.
doing a Metal Gear Solid 3 stream, not next week. We will talk about that later. We will be doing it sometime, maybe this month, but it's going to be a fun one. And somebody in the office who has never played Metal Gear Solid 3, not myself, will be playing it for the long haul. So that's very exciting.
Stay
but no,
tuned.
I'm very interested to try this out. I was talking to my brother this morning. He's really into Metal Gear Solid 5 right now.
Oh,
so,
wow.
And
Your brother surprised.
yeah, he was deep into Death Stranding. Now he's deep into MGS 5, and now I'm going to tell him to go play MGS 3. I think
Good
that's
call.
probably the move.
Oh, yeah, now
That's
is
probably
the
move.
time, for sure.
But yeah, 1 million copies. What do we think about that? How are we feeling?
Yeah, it's been nothing but positive.
Yeah.
Right? From hearing everybody, they're very happy with this remake. You guys reviewed it. I'm listening to the besties right now. They're hyping it up, and it seems like everybody's very pleased with this.
Yeah, I mean, it's Metal Gear Solid 3. So you can't go wrong. Like, we are talking about a classic. And again, the biggest thing about 3 specifically is that because it was a prequel, it is way more of a standalone story than any of the other Metal Gear Solid games, like besides one, I guess. But that one being such a dated experience, relatively, like
Very
3
much so.
already adding the subsistence stuff they did on the first kind of like Game of the Year edition type thing that they did back then of like a little bit more camera controls, like really opened the game up and changed it for the better. So now getting like completely modern controls, so it plays a lot more similarly to Metal Gear Solid 5. It's kind of just like a dream scenario. It makes the game pretty simple, but like that's fine. Like I think that it's such a timeless story, timeless characters, amazing boss fight concepts. It's a little quaint going back to it now, being so familiar with it, but that's also coming from someone that's beat it multiple times. So being able to breeze through it, like it might not be a breeze to someone playing for the first time, as we might see in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we will. Nigel in the chat says, who cares about MGS? Splinter Cell is the best stealth game ever. Am I right, Roger? We got to cut out with the D's. Yeah, and the D. We got to stop with the D, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Next story.
Have they put out the multiplayer yet? Because that was something we talked about.
When is that?
When is the
multiplayer?
Team that
well, so actually, answering the question about how we feel about the million sales, like obviously million, that's huge, that's great. And I was bitching on the review about the $70 title. I don't think this game should be $70.
Oh shit, really?
Okay.
I didn't realize. That's crazy.
For this, man. Yeah, it's a little wild for the type of remake that it is, but. Million's great. Not as high as I would have thought.
I was just saying, do you think Konami's saying $1 million's great? Because like $1 million to me is like seems a little low for what I would expect with such a big title here. But yes, it's a remake, right? Maybe we shoot a little bit lower than expectations, but I guess I had a little higher expectations for such a beloved title.
I think this game will have a long lifespan in terms of like people picking it up on sale, and once the game drops down for like 15% off, it's gonna do really well on Steam, especially those Steam sales.
It's interesting because, and I'd want to look into the numbers to really confirm this, but Metal Gear has traditionally never been necessarily the biggest selling game, but very solid selling game. And then consistently selling over time, but like it's not like it's breaking that 20 million or whatever it was. But I do think in a lot of ways as a franchise it's similar to Resident Evil, and then when they remade Resident Evil, that's when all of a sudden Resident Evil becomes Capcom's one of their highest selling games, and that was the era of Monster Hunter as well and all that, of like, oh shit, things have changed. These numbers so far don't necessarily think to be like, oh, war has changed. That's Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah.
War has changed? Oh, war never changes as Fallout.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Metal Gear Solid 4 is good too.
I'm excited. I'll play it one day when they remake it.
Good fucking luck.
10 years from now.
If they ever even just re-released Metal Gear Solid 4, it would be such a big deal. But if I want to know about something tiny, something so small, where would I look?
You'd go to our last story, the Wii News Channel, where we cover all the news.
Fuck you guys.
You need to know about.
You fucked up.
Jesus
You
Christ.
suck. You had one job. You fucking missed the small.
God.
I hate you.
I'm going to be real. It sounded really good for a second.
It sounded really
It
good.
was
really
fun.
good.
It was fun.
I have a
Oh,
fork
man.
in my pocket.
Why?
Why?
Like an actual metal fork.
Like an actual
Roger's the
metal
only
fork.
type of dude to be doing that. You know what I mean?
And a receipt. Did you buy the fork?
No,
In
this
and
is from
out?
Costco from a few weeks
sick.
ago. What did I get? Let's see. Oh shit.
Write
what
it
did I
out.
get? Oh shit. Oh, I got ground beef. I got some LaCroix.
Hell yeah.
Wow, that's fire. I got 48 eggs. That was crazy.
48
I got
eggs. A
48
lot of
eggs. That was
man.
crazy.
We news for you. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots is now available on consoles and PC. We had an exclusive stream yesterday.
Yeah.
A couple days ago.
Couple days ago, yeah. Time is a
What
flat
day
circle.
is it? It's right.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I had a good time with that. I know the guys were a little mixed on it. They enjoyed playing it. They weren't happy the character creator wasn't there, but they both left going, I'd like to play more of this and see where it goes.
Yeah.
Golf.
Chronos, The New Dawn, Nintendo Switch 2. Wait, so what? Sometimes just reading these things breaks my fucking mind.
I mean, it doesn't make too much sense.
Chronos The New Dawn, Nintendo Switch 2 today, following early access launch on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. There's just no out. You know
That's
what I mean?
crazy. I want to get a code for it on Switch too. Just actually, I don't. I don't want to play the.
Again.
But I want to see how it runs and how it looks.
That mic battery might have just ran out.
Oh.
You can pull up mic 3
scream.
if you want.
But yeah, I want to try it out on Switch too. I want to see the Digital Foundry report for sure.
And then Wario64 shared Octopath Traveler Zero's platform specs. I mean,
what do I have to say about this one?
News, right? Yeah,
who cares?
Raj, looking at this, is there anything of note, right? Like
720p on Switch, 1080p
Switch
on
1.
Switch 2,
Yeah,
PS5, 4K.
4K.
That's huge. PS4, 1080p.
Yeah, PS5, you get 120 frames per second, as well as Series X.
Series S, 1080p. That's probably the highest resolution that any video game has ever been on a Series S. So that's pretty huge.
Wow.
Shots fired.
And then town building placement limit is different per system as well.
That's crazy.
I guess it's only just low on Switch 1.
And PS4.
Oh, and Switch 2.
Like you just give me the mic. You're like, you're talking now. I'm not doing
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, John gave us super chats in saying, Mike having Roger sitting today is God level. No, Roger, you play.
I told him, I said, these news stories are for you.
You're putting my head in the dirt. You're like, you do this. This is what happens when you don't say yes.
DBL, DoubleTap.com has a required reading interview with Pete Hines talking about his entire Bethesda career. It's great stuff. Go check that out.
Oh, that's
the homie
lit.
Pete, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hope he's doing well. Tom Warren at The Verge reports the Lenovo Legion Go 2 will get Xbox flavored Windows in spring 2026.
We were touching one of those on Best Buy yesterday, right?
The Legion 1. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We were touching one of those. I love the way they feel. Those things are chunky, though. Those are big
They're
dogs,
chunky.
big boys.
Oh, yeah, but the issue with it is that they show off at Best Buy. They don't have real games that they show off that let you play.
mobile games.
No, they like made like a generic like Unity mobile game that you play. I'm like, this is like a $600 fucking console.
My
Like,
biggest
this is
problem
insane.
isn't even that. My biggest problem is that it's attached to the kiosk in the most
Yeah,
awkward way
you can't
where
even move it.
you can't move it up and it
What are
just
we
pulls up
doing?
or down.
It's $1,400 and they don't give you a real. I can't play fucking Halo on this
Yeah,
thing?
it's also $1,400.
Roger was not happy
so
when we were at the
mad.
Best Buy looking at me like that. Is
I
right.
was so mad. I mean, we won an adventure yesterday. Went to GameStop.
Yeah, we told Kevin we got lost for lavender, but we were at Best Buy. That's our man.
I knew they were lying to me. God damn it.
God
Pulling up his tires.
damn it. From Gamatsu, Starfield celebrates its second anniversary tomorrow. Bethesda posted a teaser of what's to come. Here's the image we put together based on the teaser. Terran Armada. Greg put a link for you to bring up, Kev. That's it. You look at it, it looks like it says Terran Armada. It obviously looks like it says Appyver.
Happy
middle.
happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Happy.
I didn't fucking realize it. Fuck me. Celebrating 2 incredible years in the Starfield. Thank you. The Starfield. Drop the. It's close. They said it.
Don't worry, they're never making a sequel, so it is the Starfield.
They're the ones that
It's
said it.
the only one.
The Starfield. Thank you to everyone who has explored the settled systems with us. We look forward to the adventures yet to come. That's it for Wii News. Oh my good lord. We got a super chat from Aaron Lime saying 1 million copies on launch day. Metal Gear Solid is back.
Was it launch day?
Yeah, launch day does change that a bit.
That's pretty sick.
That's not what the report said, but if that's true, cool. Let's see if we got anything wrong. I'm going to assume we didn't because we have our best 3 on the desk
Yeah.
today. Matt Lewis says EA announced yesterday they will not be doing college basketball games.
Heartbreaking. I'll read up on that. That's too bad.
Dylan says of Spielberg's last 8 movies, 6 of them got Best Picture nominations at the Academy Awards.
Hey, maybe he's not. Maybe he hasn't lost it.
Failed Minds is fire. You gotta get
But here's the thing, though. Even with that, it's like this might sound stupid and backwards, but I really mean what I'm saying. That doesn't mean Spielberg in 2025 should be making a Call of Duty movie. Then Call of Duty, in no world, no matter how good it is an Academy Award nominee. It's just not. And if it is because Steven Spielberg directed it, that's because the awards are stupid bullshit that are just going to give him the nomination anyway because he's Steven Spielberg.
And I firmly believe that Activision does not want Call of Duty to become a Best Picture nominee because then that kind of makes it a singular type of thing of like it has to be this Oscar nom type movie. It's like no, we don't want that.
We literally don't
we
want
want
that.
franchise. We want franchise $1 billion. We don't want that.
Silky Bay says the Steam Achievements page for Silksong shows that 0.1% of users have earned the Clear the Game achievements, including one to clear the game in under 5 hours. So while Andy wouldn't be the first, he'd be among an elite few. Can Andy
He's tracking to be the first one.
be within the first 1%?
Ooh.
Because if we can get him to beat the game before that hits 1.0, and he could be a 1%er.
Did you tell him who we were talking to last night?
Did you hear, Tim?
No.
Made a lot of big phone calls.
To Nathaniel Cherry himself, Team Cherry. We were talking to them, and they were like, "Yeah, he's
What,
really,
really?
yeah." Nathaniel Cherry's
He's tracking. He's tracking.
You think the guy's name was Nathaniel Cherry?
Yeah, I mean, why the fuck not? I don't know. Like, is that crazy? Is that fucking crazy?
Tim, why would you believe us? No,
Because I don't know. I don't know. Why would I not believe you?
Here you're supposed to be real. On Kind of Funny Games Daily, got to be real.
Greg calls people all the time.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah,
We're gonna call Pears and then have him to pretend to be somebody else.
yeah, we're
The most identifiable
He's
voice
gonna
we
finish
have.
with Andy. Andy's gonna beat this game point blank. Period.
we looked at the numbers. So yeah, he's gonna beat this game, everybody. If you keep on supporting him, we're gonna lock him in that room all weekend. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Is he here? Is Andy?
No, where is he?
Andy!
He's probably around.
I don't think he's here yet.
Okay, well, checking in on this article, it looks like EA pulled out their bid for college basketball opportunity due to 2K's bids with other schools being accepted. So EA was like, seems like 2K, they're already on that. We're out. Okay.
Cool. Captain Mark says, Missed We News crossplay's here for rematch.
Whoa. Man, let's talk about a game
Go for it,
that
Mike.
could have just absolutely taken over the world. And I think they did really well, but there was something that missed. I don't know what happened, but I really thought that game was going to be like, we're everywhere, every moment, everything. And it was like, it was there, but it didn't exceed my expectations. I really shot for the moon on this, and I think it hit a good middle ground of like, it was a huge success, and it still is. But I think there was something more that could have been achieved there, and I think crossplay was a big factor. We'll see maybe next summer with, FIFA World Cup happening. Maybe that ties in, gets the excitement once again. But there was something here, Tim, that I think just missed when it comes to rematch and like the global takeover that I was expecting.
Yeah.
I think I hear Andy.
Yeah, I heard the door close.
Yeah.
Is he here?
He's
Bring
here.
him out. Let's show off our little pony.
So Super Chat, Roger, have you talked about the Dexter finale? Okay, I did not watch it. No spoilers, everybody. It came out
Do
today.
not spoil Dexter. Young Dexter, old Dexter.
Yeah, young Dexter's
neighbor
dead.
Drew.
Young Dexter's dead. They
Sheldon.
young Sheldon in part of the
My
universe.
dad loves young Sheldon.
Yeah, I've been.
Gotta stop watching that.
My younger brother be watching a lot of TikToks of young Sheldon.
Yeah.
Kind of fire. Kind of
Oh,
fire.
man.
Oh, really?
It's like Modern Family level.
Andy
Love that.
Cortez is here, everybody.
Woo! Andy!
What up?
How you feeling, Andy?
I'm all right.
Yeah? You ready to get
Body
back?
sore.
Yeah.
What? Sat down a lot.
Oh no!
Have you been listening to the show at all?
Just the beginning about these red guys, the red things.
I wasn't part
I
of
heard you
that.
talking about the red things.
Yeah. That sucks. Does it get better?
It does, because you unlock a new ability. Well, you have a new way to pogo.
Oh,
That
okay,
becomes
good.
A down pogo.
Thank God.
But you got to unlock. You got to find it.
Am I supposed to have the dash already? Because I don't have a dash.
Yeah, I can't find my
beat
dash
the red
either.
man.
I pointed it out last night on stream. It's in the right side of the map. I put, oh man, it was like near the end of the stream last night. I was like, for the person who asked where the dash was, I had happened to run by it again. I was like, it's right here, and I marked it.
Okay.
I was like, take a screenshot.
I'll look at the stream. I'm gonna look at your stream
Right
for
side.
that. But what was I saying?
Nathaniel?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Nathaniel Cherry.
I thought
That's
that's what
true
you were
too.
going for.
No, what I was going for is, have you heard the challenge that we're issuing you and the people? Because we wanted you to be the first person in the world to beat Hollow Knight Silksong. Someone's beat you,
So
unfortunately.
that's probably one of the developers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the truth. But here's the thing. Right now on Steam, it tells you how many people got the achievement for clearing the game, and it's at 0.1%. We need you to beat this game this weekend so that you get it before 1% of people have beat it. You'll be in the first 1%.
yeah, we
How's
talked to
that sound?
Nathaniel.
That'll fuck up my experience, though. I'm not down with that. Because if I try to beat it, then that means I'm probably going to miss like 17 bosses or something.
Well, no, I'm just naturally. You're just so good. You're gonna figure it out. Like, we're not saying that you mainline because you can't really mainline this game.
We're just saying that they support you long enough that it just happens.
Yeah.
You have so many subs, you stay here till
I was there for
tomorrow,
90
Sunday.
minutes trying to beat a boss. Dude, I was dying so much to these goddamn birds last night. Holy fuck. What a nightmare that area was. And just when you think, oh, Team Cherry, what a nice, I feel satisfied with this whole mob room where you spawn in multiple waves. Nice, dude. The third one, great challenge. A fourth wave pops up. It's like, okay, we don't need to keep on going with this. Beat that fifth wave. God damn it, dude. Fuck. Also, let my diagonal down keep on going.
I can't wait
You
to
can
talk to you
spam
there.
it. You can spam it.
While you're in midair?
Yeah, you can do multiple downs.
So, like,
You have to have it like be dropping from a decent distance, but you can do multiple downs.
because the amount of times I'm like, oh, I nailed this. And then, like, right as
Oh,
I'm
I
about
see
to hit
what
the
you're
guy,
saying. Okay,
she
never mind.
lets up and she's like, all right, the attack's over. Too bad. Oh, sorry, I brushed against his fucking elbow.
No, I get what you're
got
saying.
hurt.
I get what you're saying.
She's the child of gods and higher beings.
Yeah.
She gets hurt by rubbing up against a bug's wrist.
What do you think we're gonna eat today, Andy?
It's a good
Yeah.
game. Oh, man, I don't know.
Dude, we had In-N-Out last night, Tim.
It was the
That
most
a big
happy I've
deal.
ever seen Mike ever where they're like, what are we getting for food? Because there's like, Mike and Roger here. We got to put our own spin on this stream, which is like, we get food.
Yeah. Well,
And
we're here.
And
You
I
gotta
said-
feed us.
I said, honestly, I want an In-N-Out burger. And Mike was off camera, but he
Crying.
celebrated as if like his sports team won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, yes! Like he was so
And we
pumped up.
rolled up, man.
It was good. That was good.
Hell
It
yeah,
is great,
everybody
man.
stay tuned. Andy's getting prepped to stream another ungodly amount of hours of Hollow Knight Silksong.
Yeah, he already has like, what, 6 hours
Got
left?
5 hours on the clock right now. And we're excited to see how long he'll go for. We're hoping we can continue to generate some great support from the Kind of Funny best friends in the audience out there and drive this into tomorrow, possibly even Sunday.
First person to beat
This
the
is
game.
what he wants to do. So let's have fun with it. You know
what he
I mean?
wants to do,
This is what he
everybody.
wants to be.
I love you guys.
I love you
Thanks
too.
for this show.
Thanks for the fun.
This was
Thanks,
great.
Roger, for
what a
being
great
here.
Friday,
that was a
everybody.
great
It's
time.
finally Friday. It's felt like Friday every day this week, but it finally is. I hope y'all enjoy your weekends. I hope you enjoy Andy playing Silksong. I hope you enjoy playing Silksong or Chronos or Hell Is Us. A lot of games. A lot of games popping out. So there's definitely something for you out there. But if you're on Twitch, stay where you are. If you're on YouTube, jump over to Twitch. The stream's going to be Twitch exclusive. But until next time, I love you all. Goodbye.